hotels e wo Ghana no eye aban ne dia no wo mo beto no ma ye den o mafa no man kasa ye den ade eye o ma adwuma so that otene bi na se MPP party ni aba mu a eno no be gina so no man kasa detect eye who becomes the leader of the MPP party eno no mo ye it's not something any esas enti Rock City na wo hunu no wo mo sase o mo si Rock City ache enye ne I've been there in 2010 and from 2008 mu onyina na omo sase with eye owura eye obechebilamte enti ye ka Rock City a enye Brian Champon ko awo Jacob Obechebilamte na ja wo winti owufo de odia ontiase obeka na asemti
okasa enye ye
onu na ye ni 8 enti bibia Jake ye bia no this gentleman knows everything about Jake Obechebilamte including the properties bia owa ebia ebusiafo mpo eni because this young man no very very smart. The problem and then talk about with Kennedy Akompreko Japan is all because of enueme bia no ya Kennedy say masa mu ye enueme bi na sikewia na ya doso do mo hwe ni ye quote on unquote ewo Kennedy ankasa ne kase.
Yes, Dr. Ren. So it is what it is. For
Yanshana udi anu besi won na ewi ayakọ eye Alamisi Amidu ene Kisie Jaben ene wo mu ntokwa ne efre say na se mre wo mu ane aka eye isi enso ede ya limited registration.
So said Mr. Kana abeto ho say no nsam na air cost net issue the emu na ho. There are a lot of questions I be me for responses and answers. And Ghana we need to rise to the occasion. This is the time for us because we cannot at this time sit aloof and watch these criminals to sell everything to themselves before they leave this office. So Abba say no, young Kosuna insisted and calling for transparency in this particular deal. Mate, I could do Shraj ho, and according to them, they've commenced the investigation to some of these things. Yeah, we are just monitoring. And I think that is how it's supposed to be. Because I'm for Uja or more. They say, Omubefra Kumiano, so not Ghana, the name Ghana, no crano. Yeah, customize it. I'm a China for baby. You can't use it anywhere. Because that is their nature. They are greedy. They are very vicious. They are, what describe more. So I think we'll be following the development and wherever they be free Babiano, we know.
Only say, me no kase yo, uko a year. Ashanti region. Offer most of a year our state bungalows. Ghana for Bibrinwano any state lands yatondo.
Oh, now that's okay. Senate buildings, no. Once that Senate for invested in your friends saying real estate buildings are now omo esidi ma high say for them. Go and check. They work for Ridia, they work crowd, they work Kumasi, they work Sunyani. They've sold almost everything. Enti na Senate na nam ho no oni asset bia o ba bia ya offload ni nyina to friends, cronies, allies in the name of politics. So I know the day, what is the future of Senate? An entity that is supposed to be so profitable to the extent say obenya sika to pay pensioners till the time they die. Today Senate na yehunu no engina na nine so Senate is shaky financially. And as I was here, Obia manager take Sika into it. What stopped government from injecting money into Senate operations in order to ensure that it become a sustainable venture? What stopped government from doing that? But because they know what they are doing, because they want to capture the state. Akufo-Addo is never done. His family are not done with us. They want to sell everything to themselves. That is why you see this reactivation. And don't forget that this is the last hour. So it's a rush hour. Everything must go through. And this event, when a pushy, this guy, now me account Safuma for Bano, his speedy rate of piano than Baba say, has a Japanese book na last time and all discussing. I predicted the coming about 4 years ago.
Yes.
And today here we are. About the ultimate prize, the trophy, you know, say Senate hotels and I we should start putting a tax on other investment of Senate and see what has become of those investments. Because we are about until motoring and yamming one say other investment as Senate, no or moton in son of Macomako.
And a golden tulip mina tonto.
Golden tulip It's a
and nobody Lancaster, yes, Lancaster,
yes,
you need the Lancaster, Okokumasi, Lancaster. Who are the owners?
Yes, ya tonton nyina na private hotel wa akra ya waje din bebrebe nyina. Say nyina na government hotel ya tonye.
Yes, Ambassador Hotel mu nyina say mu nyina na Ghana, Ghana.
So clearly, no. So we, the people, now rise it to occasion. Now you yet this petty cheap politics. Na media me waha. Whenever I want no, be na mwa ye. Because these people buying these things at a cheaper rate, will bequeath these assets to their kids. In their lifetime, they will never work. And they will see you now, to get whatever you get. And say, oh, you're irresponsible. Why more bra? But when indeed, or more papa no ya from 14 or more get to where they are. We need to rise and save the situation.
See, Okonkra ya unsa Kwame Nkrumah bedi ade no. Ano ne ahemfo mo ehhehye ho se ne tie na se e develop aye Ghana nyina. Enti lands no aban no ede ne nsa, aban no wo mo ebe ne se ebekọ aban no ho. Na sa aban no ede ye bibia, omo chefan ewo mu no eye for the stool no de ama wo. Enti wo hwe nsase bebre no ano a Nkrumah gye on the behalf of a year ahemfo no see ye de be ye adwuma na sisika be mu a wo de ahemfo de amom. Ene wo kọ enkran most of the state land Kwame Nkrumah mo gye ye champo mo so ba ya omobo ho boden ebo ho ban ma ye no ene Kufuor time bi most of our state land no akọ private people.
Oh, I don't know.
Now
listen, the amount nim nyansa kra say sometimes I feel so embarrassed and ashamed. Kufuor is not the first person to become president though. Mr. Rollins no is so journey to Sankawo Probi to Trasam as a for he could have owned everything. That's all why he went down for foreign as a form of Ghana. I say, I'm going to me sell it or not rather than go betting that to Rollins could have given those things to them as your friend say as a gift. I didn't do that.
Unim say ebedu mrebi otumfo krobia sante kotokonya mekese ane odi eye ne 25th anniversary o kansen bi Ghana for yamfa ya adwene anko wo say emrebi duye na champon tata na ado danko Kufuor ene nyantechi ne yiri etiland ya oyema ya madam. Yes, me kai me first show me kai years ago me program and the woman called me and he told me about Kufuor. No catch them, and at that time, you mubi no, Kufuor no, na nsem we munti no waka we didn't give him that ear. But in some way, my America nyina no, dear dance ne de otumfo na mekesi asante hene waka ye say a champion no tata wo mo. Dear na Kufuor mo ye champion tata. All because say they wanted to come in with this particular agenda. And let me read the agenda. Or my agenda ni nyina say to our future, make up of the present and the unborn, for whom this will of nation is being prepared. Ghana now has become a will to a Kufuor. They are preparing a will, and that will they say when we come. You're making sure say the energy sector will be ours. You're making sure say the natural resources will be ours. You're making sure say the hoteliers so will be ours. You're making sure say everything will mind Ghana be control. And that is exactly what they are doing. Into here, or see to our foremost king of Oripenyini, the progenies spread across the world, for whom and to whom alone this secret document is prepared. Inti Ghana is a will to a Kufuor. Inti a Kufuor no what now no ye din komo we hu say Ghana na japade wo we to nebusuafo, and that is why ye hu no Ivan the youth of Ghana.
Ne brofo na o kan na tintin ni tetia na say these guys are criminals, a cartel of unintelligent rascals. That is what they are. And omonyo opportunity ni power no. Now go to the government. There are people with criminal past. Some who lived in the UK were criminals. There are some who cannot even travel today. And these are people who are catapulted into government today. And there are very people who are making policies. Now, in their private life, they were engaging in criminal activities. How much more in there? Workload these people, executive powers, and then a certain political influence. Me say, Ghana for you, I'm sorry. We will see the West, especially with a few days ahead. What Hana Ghana na nkasa krane akwa ton yen sa nyina na China for about 2 years free so because they can do everything. It is about greed. That is their inspiration because they have a certain agenda. They say they want to control the future, just like you said. and everything they've been doing via adhere towards that particular grand agenda. So it is never about the Ghanaian agenda. It is never about the Ghanaian dream. It is never about what you and I wish and think that Ghana will become in the next 5 years. No, they want to. That is why I'm so scared for the future, because, you know, in the next 4-8 years, you know, I'm not sure Ghana will come back. Ghana will cannot come back.
Unim say nsema ye kenyina ho. Mame ma onyina so bi. 2014, 26 November, graphic a report here. No, say Senate board met and agreed to participate in a Obotan project, subject to obtaining 55% shares of the project. Inti a yes Senate ne de ken a kufuado mabusuane de from Mirisantini no mayo margin so omo de omo ba
they will take it.
You see everything I and then a grand scheme agenda to ensure say Ghana no when it comes to the health sector, the energy sector, the natural resources, the telecommunication sector, and yet the hoteliers no they will be in charge. And gradually no. So today, you share a year insurance. Akusi saying, you share the banking sector. Akusi saying, you share your PDS energy sector. Akusi saying, you share and somewhere where my God when you did about the hoteliers. These people came with an agenda. Into us.
Yeah, yes. That is why I mean at this point, and you see, first and I'm for your ignorance. Dr. Ren, you can attest to the fact that now your program here, a more baswa, more your politics. I change it. There has been a dramatic turn. People are becoming increasingly interested in issues of politics. People are becoming overly conscious. People are following the discussion. And let us rise. Now, some of these things, we cannot let them go through. The people must rise to the occasion and stop some of these criminal activities. We cannot shut up. We cannot keep quiet, because my culture said, when good men decide to become bystanders to history, evil forces will get opportunity to collect their destructive best. We cannot shut up. It's not about saying fast, kind and no. The conversation being activated like this, go wide and far. And trust me, in the end, these people will be stopped so far as the sale of this, your friend is in Senate hotels is concerned. The very moment about public knowledge and the public, and as I in the past, you're foil be brave. Japa deal is something to go through.
Yes,
PDS, and go through. And there are several of them. So once public and the say no, and that is the way of shaping our democracy. So don't sit idle and say medium family home about two kind massa if our home. We need to be vocal, we need to be very critical. Baby yes abana ya dia bona baso, but the nkurase kro no say there. Sir. Even so one MPP no, yet they will moja akra na twa party now. I'm not sure say you subscribe to this silly, nasty nkurase because that is not what we signed for. We cannot. We need to make sure that these people are held accountable and respond. Brian Tampo, on the number can say on handy over. So you know they know what they are sitting on. He knows their autism. So such a character will just go and say, how are they making handy over and say for or bottom, Mr. Rollins, a crown will wish from Rollins. How much more Brian Tampo? So I think that Ghana for if we become vigilant, we are rising to the occasion. Trust me, we can save the situation. We can stop criminals like these people in Akufo-Addo's government. We can stop them from taking this country hostage.
And to only a year, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Action Chapel, one more a year, founder, a year, say Ghana a year risk serious a year crisis if elections are not fair and transparent.
Oh, and I think in the previous discussion, I've made it quite clear.
Yes.
They say there are a number of Ghanaians who are willing to die than to watch their legitimate will. Yeah, bandeno. Chale, elections na ye come no. There are a lot of things at stake. Because you see, Ghanaians have been quiet. Ghanaians have been very tolerant, very accommodative of this so-called Akufo-Addo government. Do you know why? Because they know, say, there is an out. And the out is coming few days or few years. So Ghanaians have been waiting, hoping, say, they get out of this hellhole. They can be calm and wait. But when they get to the set war out now, Charlie, you can't do anything to subvert the legitimate will of the people of this. That's what I'm saying. Say, if you need your more, they are just a bunch of jokers. Maybe they've not been able to gauge the anger in Ghanaians, the extent that Ghana for you willing to go. Maybe they are not aware. That is why Boss Manasare can just come make foolish comments. Sometimes you begin to wonder the kind of doctorate degree or holding. Now, no matter say a political party who is serious. Now, because electoral commission baby election. Come on. You must be a fool to think that electoral commission cannot rig an election. Dr. Ren, you can point to a lot of research. I don't know a doctor or a political science, He knows very well that in the sub-region of Africa, there are a lot of electoral violence about because of the role the electoral commission played. So if you're a doctor today, you work with the electoral commission and you tell people, say, somebody is not serious when they say the electoral commission. How do we rig elections? There are several ways. I'll bet me here. And I can't say election is not an event, it's a process. So process in their mind, quite proud to Nunina can change the stakes in the elections. They need to set up because like I said, the stakes are quite high. Now what a Ghana now no me call bank, Eco Bank. Me jina soft I say, hey Ivan, I've been listening to you na edi nkoba. Asema auditoire so no, Papa Penino or Bonnie knows. Do you know why? Or the Nisika or yeah, you over the years in Eco treasure bill at the core bank. And now abiding in Satu Nisika so only she was say oh yeah Juma hoping that every month be an Saba can be Chale. Na papa we can't troubles in summer or come now man for one bomb bossia. We am show. And this is a prominent person who na but the pain and the thing the person is going through no and not the kitwa. So you can imagine the center Ghana for you willing to go such a character. Or Tessa will be election once so they should not dare and take the people of Ghana for granted. May a control banners a Ghana for the one I say, Sabi, Baumiano Mopena, said me, I'm a but don't you dare try to do anything to subvert the legitimate will of the people. Don't you ever think that you can bend the will of the people and sit in this country for free because elections now year 2020, it's like no other election that has been held ever in this country. Or the stakes are quite high. Me say the two biggest elections in the history of this country. The elections I caught on 2000. I do for buy and the election we are at the Akufo-Addo Kofi. And this is the first time you see anger so palpable and so touchable in the hearts and in the minds of Ghanaians. And people be willing to die than say on the legitimate will or be fair from some. So wouldn't say why you're just campaign on the things you have done. Tell the people, give them the assurances. But don't you dare sit somewhere and think, say, oh, I can bend the people's right. I can. No. That nobody can survive in this country because Ghanaians have seen the worst. They've gotten to their extreme. People are calm because they are waiting. People are calm because they know December 7th is close. People are calm because they know say there will be a way out. People are quiet watching because they know say one day these criminals will be held responsible and accountable. So if you dare do anything, that will take away all these things that I have mentioned from the table, and you continue to perpetuate your stay in power, and you think you will not be accountable to the people. You are a big joke, and that is never going to happen. So, Electoral Commission, there are things that they should learn their lessons. This arrogant posture, this disrespectful kind of mannerism, a woman we never know to go. Dr. Ren, they say Rollins is your form. So people should be careful. You can't take the people for Kwame Nkrumah cancer was only Ghana for a year. Oh my, I saw Jimmy. No more show. Oh, yeah, no more show. Now, a phenomenal sorry, and I will sang the Ghana in the peaceful, sir. You should be very careful and tempt Ghana for and take Ghana for granted. 8 years, no name no more really, must sabi. But say, Mopo Mumpo, Messier Dimoso. Now, Kufa to make catch it. Men person me hand over. Now you own our better over hand over man. That power and lie with you. Cause one casaprano, ya ton when ye and can ton when because he has proved his son in fast war. Say Ghana for ton Kufa and then ya. Kava ton. to save our country. But our point is, now my national class will be better because he has demonstrated that he's overly incompetent, so reckless and irresponsible, and so corrupt to the filth. So, Dr. Ren, I'm even getting angry. Yeah. it's so annoying. So annoying. So, election 2024 there, let Ghanaians decide. And I'm sure that with the much information you guys and Yamubino and other platforms are throwing out there, and the average Ghanaian voter, no, unless say you decide to be ignorant, but open information on Sabeka, go get the information, read, analyze, make your own informed decision. You can make a proper choice during the elections. So I know that I prefer to make a choice. If it doesn't go well and I'm feeling the consequences, I know, say, okay, these are the consequences I may suffer from my own actions. And that is the answer. That is never going to happen.
But when we ask what a kaya for hostel, do you think it's a populist approach?
You see, hostels no way fan.
Hostels Medina.
Dr. Ren, now me catch you see. O kamba umia sama baby sometimes the dini bomo we kura bakasa what time no. So sometimes
my member baby I say one ma eye Medina Ashaiman Swame Mampon Ana Techiman say a wana omo SCC eye the hostel see enra kra no mo commission eye baako.
Ye joke out of Techiman I wa hefa. When him Dr. Ren, you see this whole concept of kaya ye hostel no. I think that is the most stupid and the most dumbest political promise I'm at. You can't say, your friend is a yakase, kaya ye, a branch here now, by you are
head porter.
Oh, wow, deal with that's one name. Yes, until T-West, yes, a branch here now, by you are our energy. I'll bet him, dear, ye BP. Na enam se ade bia ni ho ntino wasɔre kra na maame wɔ north se ɔba kumase ɔbaaye no ɔnam awiam so pan ɛna ɔso ankrofo nneɛma ɔde kosia na wɔyɛ ma no 2 cd na wɔyɛ ma no 5 cd. This is nipa desani o na saa nipa no mo yɛ saa de no wohwɛ obi anim atum se na
Rainbow Radio live 22.
But a byproduct of a staggering unemployment situation, and now also a lot of young, intelligent people from their homes, and they are sleeping on the street. Oh, Kumasi. Me, I'm at NGOs, and I can say, okay, you go see hostels and farmers and because we don't have the capacity to create jobs for them. But it will be foolish on the part of India. They should continue to kaya till they die. Kaya is a job today. And these are some of the things you have people sit on TV and they discuss. Sometimes that is what I'm saying is maybe it's because we go for papers, we go for certificates, but we don't go to train the mind, the brain to think reasonably. Because how dare you say ukusi kaya ukusi hostels are kaya when you know kaya it's a byproduct of a staggering unemployment situation, unemployment crisis. And as a government, you have a duty to solve the problem. But they are not willing to do anything about it. And these are populist politics. These jokers go around selling to people, seeking that people will vote for them. So to me, some of these things, I think that only fools will pay attention to some of these things because the concept of this whole kaya hostels now is a very stupid idea to start with. You should be talking about how I'll be creating human man for they will decide what to do with their lives. I come to Ghana for more to UK. People, they don't force you to do anything. It's a room you experiment, you look at the Obetimia now.
Rainbow Radio.
Because the job opportunities are diverse. So create the opportunities. Let them come and decide what they can do. And then it is always say, or be training in ICT.
Say, are you possible? Anna.
Dr. Ren, kaya in ICT. Tell the people that I'm going to create job for you. Over 10 ICT, that was one name. who better an ICT, no, the Koswa Kayaye. Come on, you see, I'm saying is that some of these campaign messages, is seeking to insult everybody. Say, these are a bunch of fools. Yeah, you can just say anything and get away. Man, that is why a pain me when I listen to some of these things, I feel like somebody's insulting me. Because kofakaya ye, kotrono ICT. Na odo makwaya dan. Na so betimi do mo aye bibia. Why do you let them go into that particular thing in the first place? What you ICT ni dia na odo mo kwakwaye kan na fato aso. Se me troni omo wi a we created this avenue na dia ma omo. I think we need to be smart. Your politics not can you. I now understand why a lot of people shy away from doing Ghana politics because like na me catch it all. I have a couple of professor friends. I mean, whether they will come to politics or not. Most of them are not interested. Because you see, the arena, there has been a hostile infiltration by a bunch of idiots. They have nothing to talk about so far as governance is concerned. But because you have monetized the entire political landscape, these fools have ended up taking the center stage, and they're the very people who are dictating politics and the pace of policies. So outcome then at the horn. So Dr. Ren, it is what it is. But we the people can change the narrative. They say the Ghanaian dream is possible, but it is only possible when you and I rise to the occasion and say, yes, we are going to change it. That is the only way. God is not coming to save anybody. God is not coming to solve anybody's problem. We are our own God. Unless we now you better decide. They say we are changing this sick narrative. No damn God is coming to save any damn body here. We need to rise to the occasion. I am fighting, making right choices, hold people accountable. That is the only way. That is the only way.
And the Emuaya anti-Susie, say, Doc, and the Unia Emuaya shoe and some more Canadian and Wesh. Anyway, Ivan, Simabako, and ye finally, for another semi chat to Jana. Yeah, my music time.
Yeah, the I'm in here UK for I'm follow program way, and I'm happy when people outside Ghana continue to engage like on like this. Sabi abate de course wo krom ne na se for no kro no mu ja no ho no de course no. That is why so obia sorry na ye dey not to narrative no, because in the end everybody will come home. Abisa was say ba he fa na wo ba. We need to be very vocal and rise to the occasion and stop these criminals. And I know na nipa kasa nye se obi ne pekasa. Ko be of mine ne nam no. Now hear the promises and assurances given to Ghanaians and then for them now. Yeah, they bit me save the situation and we have a role to play. So make sure know what here for you na memo about so na aduma. Oh yeah, na facha me. Someone timi man them because doom so na ya je me light me phone battery then as for you na call down, Now, as I me train na me charge answer.